It's taken me a long time.
How do you do? Responsive?
Member of our board, the Global Foundation, member of my mention. Ambassador, James from GHD, which is now established in Suva. Any phrases, GHD, GHD, Australia, global. Big epic Suva, and also shares the investor group, which is the global foundation. Frank himself for 10 years. The leader of the world. The Syrian European this one. He's the expert in this case. There wasn't
which is
That's not because very nice to meet you. Also true sometimes you talk about I saw your photograph in the paper. Just need a photo of the three of us. And you I'll get you copies.
Can I just say once again a very warm welcome to the Acting Prime Minister of Fiji. It's a great honour to have you here, sir. You are a dynamo. We know what you have done to support your country, its leadership on climate change at the global level, helping to take not just Fiji but the Pacific Islands forward. This is an exciting partnership for the Global Foundation to have the chance to bring private sector, non-government sector, community and our faith leaders together, thanks to the participation from this moment from members of the Pacific Anglican Communion and including the Archbishop of Canterbury, His Grace Justin Welby. How honoured and distinguished we are to have the Government of Fiji, the Anglican Communion and distinguished citizens from across the world who've come to be part of this discussion. We're here to talk not just about theory of what ought to be done, but what should be done in the way of action. And with that, because the Acting Prime Minister has to leave us in a moment to catch a plane, I'm going to invite him to say a word while standing and perhaps invite His Grace Archbishop Welby to respond before we sit down and continue our conversation. Acting Prime Minister.
Thank you. Your Grace, Archbishop of Canterbury, it's a pleasure to have you in Fiji. I saw you this morning up on the dais with His Excellency our President, and I'd like to thank you very much for your wonderful speech you gave, and I think it was most fitting. And I'd like to welcome you once again to Fiji. Our Honourable Prime Minister, as you know, is also leading the presidency of COP23. Unfortunately, he could not be here today, but he does arrive in the country tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get an opportunity to meet up with him tomorrow. As I mentioned earlier on, Your Grace, before you came, we obviously see the presidency of Fiji as an enormous opportunity to be able to foster and engender the level of partnership that's required between the private sector, governmental organizations, governments and also non-governmental organizations, and indeed in this particular instance including faith-based organizations, to be able to tackle this global phenomena in a sort of very comprehensive and structured manner that has sustainability at its core. And I think it is very, very important. Of course, as you mentioned this morning too, not many countries perhaps do realize what actually lies ahead of us if we do not actually tackle this. And I think it's very key to understand that. But I'd like to thank everybody who's here for your presence and for your willingness to come to Fiji and actually work with us. Hopefully we'll be able to do some good things together. We believe there's an enormous opportunity, not just in Fiji but the other Pacific Island countries. At times we do get forgotten because we do not necessarily have the economies of scale. Somebody mentioned to me that the entire population size of the Southern Pacific is the size of probably some of the suburbs in other big cities and of other big countries. Nonetheless, we are of course part of humanity too. And we are all sovereign states, and we want to be able to reach out to the rest of the world, reach out to various faith-based organizations to be able to work together with them and come up with some smart solutions, innovative solutions that actually does offer us that respite, if you like, but also to put us on the cutting edge of dealing with this global phenomenon. So thank you very much for your presence. We look forward to your input. We have our people here on the panel in your grace. Thank you once again for your presence. Wonderful to have you in Fiji.
Thank you very much, Acting Prime Minister. I know you've got to catch a flight, so I shall do a very unusual thing for an Archbishop and be very brief. I think the greatest problem for all of us is not policies, it's implementation. Global Foundation is about turning things from policy into action and actually bringing people together to make things happen. It's the greatest challenge in government, it's the greatest challenge in civil society and faith-based organisations. Working with the churches gives you a reach that is almost impossible to get in any other way. Through the parish, at the very grassroots level, to the diocese, to the province, to the region, to the world. You have all the different points. And so I am enormously encouraged that we're here and very, very grateful for the hospitality of the government and of the Global Foundation this evening, and let's hope we can come up with some things that look as though they'll give rise to a difference.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Grace. Ladies and gentlemen, if you please allow the Acting Prime Minister to depart for his flight, and thank him again for joining us in the usual way. Thank you.